In a quiet industrial neighborhood outside Cleveland, Ohio, Jake Miller, a 32-year-old poor mechanic, unlocked his small garage before sunrise, as he did every day. The shop barely survived on oil changes and emergency repairs, but Jake refused to give up. The walls were lined with old tools, rusted shelves, and framed photos of his late father, who had taught him how to fix engines with patience and honesty. Jake believed that machines, like people, only needed the right care to work again. That belief kept him going, even when bills piled up and hope felt thin. That afternoon, a sleek black SUV stopped in front of the garage, drawing curious glances from nearby shops. From it emerged Emma Carter, 30, well-dressed but visibly exhausted, pushing a wheelchair carrying her daughter Lily, 19. Lily's wheelchair was damaged, its front frame bent and motor grinding loudly. Emma asked if Jake could take a look, explaining they were traveling and had nowhere else to go. Jake immediately noticed Lily's discomfort and fear of being told the repair was impossible or too expensive. Without asking about payment, Jake knelt down and began examining the wheelchair carefully. As Jake inspected the damage, he realized the wheelchair wasn't standard. It was advanced, custom-built, and far beyond what his small shop usually handled. Any certified center would charge thousands and take weeks, Emma quietly admitted. They couldn't afford delays. Jake saw Lily's hands clenched tightly on the armrests, her eyes fixed on the floor. Something stirred inside him. Years ago, his younger sister had struggled with mobility issues before passing away, and the memory never left him. Jake told them to wait while he ran some tests, already planning how to fix what others would refuse. After closing time, Jake stayed alone in the garage, sketching ideas on scrap paper. He worked through the night, modifying parts, reinforcing the frame, and redesigning the balance system using salvaged materials and his own mechanical instincts. He wasn't just repairing a wheelchair. He was trying to give a young girl her confidence back. Outside, snow began to fall softly as the garage lights stayed on. Jake had no idea who Emma really was, or how this single decision would change his life. All he knew was that Lily deserved a miracle, and he was determined to try. 3 days later, the garage doors opened to the morning light as Jake carefully rolled the repaired wheelchair forward. Lily sat upright, watching every movement with nervous anticipation. The chair looked almost new, but the real changes were hidden inside. Improved balance, reinforced joints, and a smoother motor system Jake had personally reworked. Emma stood behind her daughter, holding her breath. When Jake invited Lily to try it, the wheelchair moved effortlessly, responding to her touch with a control and stability she had never felt before. As Lily rolled forward, something unexpected happened. With Jake's guidance, she placed her feet on the ground and slowly pushed herself up, using the redesigned supports. For a brief moment, she stood with help, steady, confident, and smiling through tears. Emma's composure shattered. She covered her mouth as years of fear, guilt, and helplessness rushed out in silent sobs. Jake stepped back, overwhelmed by what he was witnessing. He explained softly how he had adjusted the pressure points and center of gravity to reduce strain on Lily's legs, making movement easier and safer. Emma finally spoke, her voice shaking as she thanked Jake again and again. Then she revealed the truth she had hidden. She was the CEO of a powerful American tech corporation, and Lily was her only child. She explained that despite all the wealth and resources, no one had treated Lily with the care Jake had shown. Emma offered to pay whatever he wanted, even to fund his shop completely. Jake listened quietly, then surprised her by refusing the money. He said he hadn't done it for recognition or reward, but because he knew what it felt like to lose hope. Weeks later, Emma shared the story publicly, unable to keep it to herself. The video of Lily standing with support inside Jake's humble garage spread across the United States. Customers lined up, investors called, and opportunities poured in. Yet Jake remained the same man, opening his shop early each morning. For Lily, the wheelchair became more than a machine. It was a symbol of possibility. And for Emma, the tears she shed that day were not of pain but of gratitude for a miracle money could never buy.